Welcome to another RSR. Tonight we are reviewing Inter Miami CF3, Vancouver Whitecaps FC1, MLS Cup 2025. Miami are your champions. They win their first star. Whoever won this game would win their first star and first MLS Cup. It was Miami. It was Messi. 2 assists for Messi, a goal and an assist for Tadeo Allende. And Miami wins the cup. And frankly, they've been playing like cup champions for the past 3-4 months since they lost the League's Cup final. They're not bottle jobs no more. They are champions. They're not bottle jobs no more. They are the champions. And they deserve it. And Vancouver, I thought they played well, especially for moments. There were moments there where Vancouver looked like they were making Miami play with fire. They could have easily won this game as well. It's not an absolute blowout for any means, by any means. 3-1 doesn't really tell the story of this game. It doesn't. It doesn't, because I think Miami, they won the game strongly, but Vancouver could have won this. In the end, though, Miami gets the win. They're your champions. They have won the MLS Cup. They have a star on their jersey. And Vancouver are still not the kings of Canadian soccer. Win-win. With that being said, Inter Miami CF3, Inter Miami CF3, Vancouver Whitecaps FC1, Copa MLS Final, Vancouver, derrotan Inter Miami, campeón de la MLS, estrella para el corazón. Para Miami. Campeones Miami. With that being said, Miami wins. They deserve it. Vancouver had their moments, for sure. It was a very competitive final, but in the end, Miami were just the better team. Goals were scored as follows. 8th minute, Eddie Ocampo with an own goal. Tadeo Allende has the ball. Crosses it. It bounces off the knee of Ocampo and into the net. 1-0. 1-0 Miami. Heartbreaker of an own goal to allow for Eddie Ocampo, but Allende made a good run. It's definitely an own goal. There's no question about that. Was not going on frame before it got popped in. Allende with the assist on that own goal. Set it up. So I'll give him that. Statistically, they probably don't, but I will. Had a pretty damn good game, Allende. He did. Halftime, 1-0, 1-0, esta noche, miro tiempo. 60th minute, Ali Ahmed gets the ball crossed into him, takes the shot, slots it past Rios Novo. There's Vancouver's goal. They've been working for that from about the 30th minute on. I think there was a 30-minute period where Vancouver had Miami on the ropes, and Miami was playing with fire. At the end of it, Vancouver gets their equalizing goal. Didn't do all they thought it would, but they tied the game up with 30 minutes to go, 1-1, 1-1. But 11 minutes later, Messi has the ball, plays it on to Rodrigo de Paul, and he finally makes his mark. Rodrigo de Paul slots the ball home past Takaoka. A beautiful, calm strike by Rodrigo de Paul. Gives Miami the lead back. 2-1, 2-1. 90+6, it is sealed. Alba plays it on to Messi, who plays it on to Allende. Allende calmly slots the ball home. Scores the goal, 3-1, and wraps up the title for Inter Miami. A goal, assist for Allende, 2 assists for Messi. Full time, 3-1, 3-1 esta noche. Miami ganador, campeón de la MLS Cup, Copa MLS. 3-1, Miami wins MLS Cup. They have a star. Full-time stats are as follows. 8 shots to 10. 3 shots on goal to 4. 35% possession to 65% possession. 275 pass to 514. 80% pass accuracy to 87% pass accuracy. 22 fouls to 23. 3 offside to 0. 4 yellow cards to 6. 0 red cards to 0. 1 corner to 1. Miami, I think, for the most part, were the more clinical team. I think they started the better team, and they ended the better team. It was a game of thirds. First third, Miami was better. Second third, Vancouver was better, and they were answering the bell. Third, Miami was the better team and wrapped it up. I think for 2/3 of the game, Miami were the better team. More than not. More than not. Were the better team. But Vancouver had their chances. I like to say they're the redheaded stepchildren of Canadian soccer. And they still are because they lost this final. But they're still probably the best team on paper out of the 3 MLS Canadian sides. Even if they lost this game. If Toronto don't call the Pirate, they certainly still are. Montreal still sucks no matter what. They're a non-part of this equation. Either way, Vancouver still, most likely, are going to be the best team in Canada out of the 3. Even if Toronto has the better history. Call the Pirate, Vancouver won't be, but we'll see, right? We'll see. With that being said, Vancouver, for now, they feel bad. For now, they know their place, but it won't take long for them to be back flexing their muscle, because let me tell you something. It's good for Toronto fans to see Vancouver lose. But let me be real. Axel Schuster and Jesper Sorensen have done good things for Vancouver. If they could keep their stadium, get a new stadium in Vancouver and stay in the city, they're going to do some good things. They are. They're already doing good things. They're a very good side. They're a very good team. They do a damn good job. And they are exactly what they say they are. They're a tough team. They play well, and they've gotten close. Not as heartbreaking as the Champs Cup final, for all things considered. But Vancouver's in there. They're up there. And you know what? I don't think they have anything to be disappointed about, to be real. Do I like that I jinxed them? Yes. Yes, I do. I do, for sure. Because my predictions are jinxes, you know? If you know the lore, you know the lore. Thanks, Pacharo. Either way, I didn't mean to jinx Vancouver, but hey, since they lost, you know, I'll accept that I did. Gladly. With that being said, that's not what I meant to do, but if I did, so be it. With that being said, Vancouver, they should be proud of themselves for their whole season. Yes, they came up short in multiple facets. They won the Can Champ, but they're in the CONCACAF Champs Cup next year. They got close to win the MLS Cup. They were closer than the scoreline would show. I wouldn't say they almost won the Champions Cup, but they were in the final, and then the shits ruined them. Montezuma's revenge and the shits and the bubble guts ruined them, but you know what? It is what it is. They were close. Yes, for now, they're still under Toronto's boot. Yes, for now, they still have to know their place. They go from eating risotto back to gruel for a couple of months. But if Toronto doesn't call the Pirate, I'm sure Vancouver will have some risotto again. And filet mignon instead of gruel and porridge. I'm sure. Now, if Toronto calls the Pirate, hell, they might, while they're playing Western teams, they might still have filet mignon, but they'll have to learn the feeling of gruel again once they lose cup finals to Toronto and a Pirate. But, again, that's only if they do the smart thing, which MLSE does not do smart things normally. Either way, Vancouver, you played well, you played hard, you deserve to be here. You've had a very good season. I'd be very proud of you. Well, I am proud of you, weirdly enough. But if a Vancouver fan, you should be proud of yourself. You should be proud of your team and proud of your squad and what they've done. And you know there are good things coming as long as you stay in the city. And I hope you do. Because I don't want to lose the triumvirate. I don't. Even if I don't really see Vancouver as a rival, that's only you seeing Toronto as rivals. I don't see you as rivals. But when we can flex on you, I like flexing on you. I don't want to lose Montreal. I don't want to lose Vancouver. I don't want to lose the ability to flex on either of y'all when we're good. You know? And even laughing at your failures when you are good and we're shit. But, you know, I don't want to lose that opportunity. It's cool to have the triumvirate. It's cool. I'd prefer Toronto actually being at the top of it currently, not just historically, but, you know, what can you do? Call the pirate. Right. But, again, all respect, you should be proud of yourself. You should be proud of what you've done. And you've still got more to come. Hell, you still have more cup finals to come. Who you're playing? I don't know. Will you win if you ain't playing Toronto? If you ain't playing a band of salty pirates or a salty crew with a pirate at the head of it with Toronto, you're going to win at some point. But, you know, at some point you'll win. I just hope it's the MLS Cup and not the Champions Cup. I'd prefer it to be the MLS Cup or Leagues Cup. I'd prefer it to be that. With that being said, no, Can Champ is a absolute non-negotiable in my book, so I don't want that either. With that being said, Vancouver, you did your best. It just wasn't meant to be, but you got more to come for y'all, I bet. Being all real instead of shitting on you. Backhand compliments as well, but I'm not completely telling you to screw off. If it was Montreal, I would. But then you would have won, I guess. Either way, doesn't matter. You done well, you're going to do well. Miami, you're not bottle jobs anymore. Thank you for doing our dirty work. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Well, no, I guess you say you're welcome. Either way, thank you for doing our dirty work. It feels good. Thank you, Miami. You're not bottle jobs no more. Messi has his MLS Cup. Jorge Mas has his moment in the sun. After he got the calendar flipped to spring, fall. Asshole. With that being said, Don Garber's still his puppet. Jorge Mas still has his hand firmly up Don Garber's ass so far. You could see his hand coming out of Don Garber's mouth. Either way, Miami won the cup. And they got their moment in the sun. They have their star. They have a round of 16 berth into the CONCACAF Champions Cup. And they definitely have a chance to win it as well. And, hey, you did damn well. Man of the match, Messi. 2 assists. Good job. He got the MVP. I have to call him man of the match, I guess. Either way, Miami, congratulations. Felicidades, Miami. Commiserations to Vancouver. You both did well, but Miami won in the end. Enjoy it. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Notification once subscribe. Send chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you in the morning. 7 a.m. 6:55 Central, 7:55 Eastern for the Formula 1 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Another trophy to be handed out, but I'm not wearing a suit this time. Just an orange Ford jersey for the Papaya McLarens, especially Lando Norris. Not exactly for Oscar Piastri. No. Oscar and his fans, we don't like you here. Especially your asshole fans, Piastri and Mark Webber. And Max, I'd prefer Max to win if it ain't Lando, but I'd rather Lando just win. Either way, we'll be live for it and review it once it's over. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank God this MLS Cup was early, because I got to get some damn sleep. Turns out. But, yeah. I'll see you later. I'm running. I'm out. Peace. See ya.